My aspiration right now is to send a message.
I mean, if the band got famous, you know, that would be my ultimate, you know, I guess, joy.
But I want to release this EP, and I really want people to hear it and think, this could be more than just an EP. This could be something that I could appreciate for years to come.
What we feel we have is like a really great sound, and we want to push that out to everybody else and see if everybody else likes that sound. And it's just really awesome when we get to see everybody else loving all this practice and hard work that we put into the music.
I feel like this band could actually get big very easily. I mean, we just have that possibility.
We're at Grace Community Church right now. We're the band, the Alamo. And this is where we're actually recording our EP. We're gonna have maybe 3 or 4 songs we're gonna have out to the public in a little bit. And this is where we're doing the work, basically.
Yeah, you're popping it.
When it comes to putting a song together as a band, it's different how a few songs have started quite differently. A lot of the time, how it originally started was really I just kind of started writing some chords and some lyrics, and then we'd start adding people in from there. We'd start suggesting things to each other when we kind of hear like I think it should go like this. We'd say do that, and see how it sounds. We'd try until we find the things we like.
The biggest setback we had was they would change the dates around a good bit.
I guess they changed the time on us a lot.
That was beyond frustrating.
And so we didn't really know exactly what day we were playing, even up to the day before the music festival.
We ended up switching to Sunday and then back to Friday and then Sunday again.
And it was kind of disappointing that we weren't able to get a solid time and that we got moved around so much without our knowledge. We just kind of got thrown into other time slots that really kind of shook things up a little bit, stressed us out a lot. And
so that became a little bit difficult because we were having to continuously try to tell the few people we had coming, the people who were our friends who had kind of originally started as our fan base, trying to make sure we could get as many people out there as possible from our group.
So in order for us to overcome that, we kind of just tried to, you know, keep our schedules open and just have our set list ready early enough for the music festival, the first day of the music festival, basically.
Not trying to get too stressed out about it or too angry about it, or just to not worry about the actual time differences and getting switched around, and not really try not to worry about it and just try to focus on the music.
How did I get my start in music? Well, I guess the first instrument I really played was piano. I was kind of made to do that one by my parents.
Started playing piano real early when I was about 10 years old.
Piano, that was my first instrument I started on when I was 9.
My dad bought an acoustic guitar, and I already had an electric guitar, and we started playing guitar together, and I just started practicing a lot, and I learned how to play.
So I picked orchestra and I played cello for a year, and it just didn't happen. So the next year I switched to trumpet, and that one did happen. I played that for the next 10 years. So, and then guitar happened around 13.
I kind of thought logically like, okay, well I could be a guitarist and be like everyone else, or I could be a drummer and just beat the hell out of things and and have a great time. And that's just kind of where I ended up, and I loved it from the beginning.
I started playing bass for a band because they already had 2 guitarists, and I started really liking the bass. I started liking being that medium frequency between the drums and the guitar, and I started really enjoying that part of music, and so I just took off with that, bought a really expensive bass and started playing with bass in the band, and just kind of took off from there.
Like I had a little crappy keyboard, and it couldn't hold a sustain, and it didn't have an attachment for a sustain pedal. So my mom was like, you can spend $200 on a sustain pedal for your keyboard, or you can move on to another instrument. And at the time guitar was cool, so I started picking that up when I was 11 and just continued on with that.
This part right, this is the chorus. Remember? Oh my God.
about this.
Amelia Crack.
No, it's not when we're like, you know, hanging out, practicing and messing around.
We
no,
jam
it's
for
when,
hours
when it
when
matters.
It's the only one that matters.
When we
honestly.
play a show or getting filmed, a string always breaks.
Dude, we need a guy, dude. We need a guy sitting back there just doing that. Dude, we need a guy sitting.
Let's get a roadie!
We need a roadie.
The gang gets a roadie!
Guys, we can't.
We're making Always Sunny episode. The gang gets a roadie.
We can't postpone this anymore. This is the most important thing. We need a roadie.
Describe the band's sound or style.
I'd say ambiguous. Ambiguous would be the best word for our style.
We don't want to be described as a genre.
Sometimes it might call for a country feel.
I mean, we're gonna end up in a genre nonetheless.
Sometimes it might call for rock.
We try to stay open to the idea of just playing music in general that we like.
Indie rock, almost.
We don't really want to like keep ourselves, you know, in the constraint with like a specific sound or style.
It's kind of like jazz, or kind of like something like John Mayer would play, kind of thing, blues and kind of stuff.
But why pick one?
We kind of have a very wide range of sound, which is pretty much why some of us were lazy and didn't want to say it.
So what y'all were just seeing was an original song that I had written about a verse of, and Matt had written some other stuff while we literally were just recording another song, and I started playing chord progression, and now it's almost a whole song. So you all literally just witnessed one of us writing one of our more rock and roll songs.
Take off our shirt.
Exclusively.
Take it off there. Nobody ever take off their shirt.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah, I kind of want. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just hot.
Rock and roll, man.
Rock and roll.
Wait, what?
Just rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, man.
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Dude, that song sounds so good though. It's like dad
It jumps back and forth at you. I like it.
I've been wanting a lot of our songs to go like that, where we have like a lot of little just
punches.
real tight parts, you know?
Yeah. Just played that.
It's gonna sound so good, dude. That song is just gonna be great.
All I played it was literally while we were recording. I started playing some chord progressions and wrote down a verse.
Dude, it's such a driving song too. It's like
No, it's
we've been just working hard every single week, you know, at least 2 hours a week, just trying to get our stuff tight, trying to get everything real nice, and we're really excited. I know I'm super excited, and I cannot express my excitement any more than I am right now.
All right, got that.
Yeah. My expectation of the Statesboro Music Festival was that of a fun and interesting place to play music and to have a crowd of people that enjoy our type of music and to play with the Alamo in an awesome, fun event, with other great musicians.
For the music festival, I expected it just be like every other music festival. There would be a lot of bands, good food there, and just good music.
Well, it's like a music festival. It's like it's supposed to be like, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, I guess right before you always have like that pre-performing, a little nervous, whatever.
I didn't really have any expectations going into it. I just kind of had some like aspirations, I guess would be the better way to look into it. I just kind of wanted to go out there and execute all the music we've been working so hard on. I just wanted to really make it sound how we planned on it sounding here.
They are Chris, Matt, Emilio, and Andrew, but you can call them the Alamo. The Alamo, everybody!
Another original coming up, this one's called It's Magic.
It's all we've been waiting for. It's our first live show as a full band. We've worked really hard for it. We hope for the best, but I mean, we think we're ready for it. I think we're ready to show any other band here that we're here to play.
I think I did meet my expectations. I played really a good show, and I had a lot of fun, and there was a lot of people listening to us, and a lot of people were digging our music, and it's just a really great feeling when you're out there and you see people just nodding their head, and really you can tell that they're feeling the music that you're playing.
I would say that we met our expectations. We were expecting to play to I mean we haven't been around for long, so we weren't expecting a lot of people other than our friends to come out and listen to us, and there were a couple of people that we didn't even know, listening and jamming out to our songs. So I would say we met. Okay.
Yeah, I think we really besides a few minor errors, we really, for the first live performance as a full band, we really delivered a full band performance that I thought sounded like we'd had a lot more time together than we did.
But that was the first time we actually got to have everything, like all amps and electric guitars and my full drum set. So I mean, it was a lot different than all those acoustic shows, and definitely a lot more fun.
Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're awesome, so I can definitely see him playing shows in the near future. I see him, I see something happening with him.
They're awesome. Yeah, they're like super good, yeah.
This song right here is called Punch the Stick. Hope y'all enjoy it. Another original for you.
We're musicians who we love to write and we love to create. And performer's nice, but creation is just something completely different. It gives you real ownership of what you're playing.
Push the stick and drive away, like she did to me on that rainy day. And I wonder sometimes if you wonder sometimes, does she lie awake at night when be on her mind like I do? For her, oh yes I do. For her, for you.
Great musicians. They're going to be playing on the big stage one day.
We didn't want to be just another band in the mix of another small music festival. We wanted to be something enormous. We just loved it. We wanted more. We knew we can do more.
So it was kind of more excitement just being able to show, whatever people that happen to be there, what we can do as a full band.
And actually being there was really cool. It was just really awesome to have that opportunity to have the first time we ever played as a live band and full setup and have the full drum set out there, and we were just jamming and rocking, and we let out a new song that that day, and it was just really great. And then after was awesome. We celebrated.
I feel like this band could actually get big very easily. I mean, we just have that possibility.
Do you plan on continuing to work with the Alamo?
I plan on trying. Well, I mean, I'm the one really moving far away. I'm going to be moving up to DC, so that's going to be a little difficult. But I think the biggest thing is that, I mean, with the internet age that we're in, I produce electronic music, and I mean, what I learned greatly from that from a lot of my friends is you communicate through basically things like Dropbox. You can send little tracks and bits back and forth all over the country or the world for that matter. And as long as you make sure that you invest properly in the right equipment to be able to do these things, then, I mean, where you're located is just a formality. It really has nothing to do with whether or not you can create music together.
Yeah, having half the band pretty much graduating and pretty much leaving, it's definitely going to be hard. That doesn't mean we can't go through it.
If we were looking at something as a touring relationship where was to make a career out of this, I need a certain level of stability. I mean, I've got college loans to pay off. We're all in the real world now. So, I mean, I do always approve of following your dreams, but be realistic about your approach. I mean, we don't. I've seen too many people go into debt because they thought that this is what God wanted them to do and this is what their destiny was, and it turns out you were wrong. It turns out always leave a lot of opportunities open and always work hard at everything you do, because if you just close your mind off to one path, you're not getting it. There's so much out there in the world for you to take in, and you need to appreciate all of it.